Right, well hello YouTube. I've got a little problemette here in the form of this cassette tape, which is Queen's A Night at the Opera. Now, I've moaned about this before on YouTube and on various other forums, including Steve Hoffman and tapeheads.net. EMI cassettes do not seem to work properly 20 years on. Most other pre-recorded cassettes seem to have no problem whatsoever. But these ones, they burble, they wow and flutter. They eventually get their knickers in such a twist that then they seem to just stop. Okay, so now what I'm going to attempt to do is, this is an old TDK D90. The mechanisms in blank tapes and things were a lot better than in these things that were recorded at quite often a million miles an hour. So what I'm going to attempt to do is to transfer the tape from here into here, thereby losing this along the way, or this tape here along the way. All right, this doesn't matter, it's stuff that I'm not really all that interested in having. Okay, although some people might say it's sacrilege because it's English music for strings, including Delius's Aquarelles and Vaughan Williams's Prelude Razzie Mead. Okay, which I think I'd probably quite like to have some of these things, but I can go without. All right, because I don't really have many tapes that I'm prepared to sacrifice in this sort of job. But I'm just going to see whether or not it works. All right, there are a couple of problems. This tape here then has screws in it. This one has no screws. Alright, so I've got my screwdriver kit here, and what I'll try and do is prise apart this tape without ruining the biddly bits inside it. Okay, and I'm going to try and put it on here. I will need a couple of other things. For example, I will need half a glass of red wine left over from dinner and a pint of grapes to get me through this, at least. Alright, I will I'll sort of report back to you on the various different stages. I'm not going to have this filming while I'm doing this because I'm probably too cack-handed to do it. Alright, so this is ending this bit now. Right, now the first bodge up here, I don't know if you can see, I've got some reflections here. The first bodge up is that I've managed to open in this tape. All of these little bits here have sort of fallen apart. I have no clue where or how some of these bits go. This is a little metal bit here. You can just about see that there. We've got this a little bit here. If I put it in my hand, you won't get so many reflections here. That's the pad. Let's see how that arrangement works. Okay, so away we go then. Let's carry on. Right, we're now going to attempt to get this tape apart. We've got there's the tape from the old cassette, as it were, lying there. It can be binned, I think. Alright, so we're now going to try and get this out without buggering too much up. Okay, I have to say this pad mechanism here looks a bit healthier than the one in here. Right, there's about that much red wine left. This is where we are with this tape. The only thing you can do is break it, I'm afraid. The best place to start breaking it is where the tabs have been pushed out. I don't know if you can see that. You can't see that, where the tabs have been pushed out here. Okay, but just here, this is proving to be rather difficult. This is the strongest part of the cassette, as you can see, proving to be very difficult. I'll get back to you, gang. I'm dreading now putting this lot all back together and wrapping it around there. I will try, and I will let you know how I get on. Okay, and if it doesn't work, the tape didn't work anyway. Alright. Right, recording this moment for posterity here. Still, I have that amount of wine in the glass. Okay, the cassette, the Queen tape is now here. This is A Night at the Opera on here. Alright, I've managed with very great difficulty to get this threaded onto the spindles. It's really very important now that when you put the tape together that you make sure the tape here doesn't pinch and get caught outside. It could be very frustrating, okay? Alright, but we will have a go. Alright, so this is what YouTube is all about. And this is really, incidentally, what we need people like CassetteMaster for. Okay, I don't know what his last few videos have been about, but please, CassetteMaster, show us how to repair cassettes. Okay, that's what you're here for. Right, this appears to be fast forwarding and rewinding quite nicely. That's fast forward, end of fast forward. I apologise for the light down here. Alright, you can't see anything. Alright, okay, I'll get back to you in a second. Okay, right, so we're going to take that out now. And just have it. Oh, sugar, if I just turn that off. Right, here we go. This is what it looks like now. Wrapped onto the cassettes. It appears to be slightly more even. I'm not entirely convinced, but I'll give it a go. Okay, the worst thing that can happen is that it won't chew up, but this thing will just stop. Okay, and if it gets sort of too bad and too chewy uppy, then I'll just stop it before it happens anyway. Alright. Alright, this is not a digital transfer. I apologise for the poor quality here. Oh, it would help if I switched the amplifier to the right. And that hasn't worked at all. That is just too fluttery beyond words. See how far it gets. You can hear it wanting to grind to a halt. Right, well, we'll stop that there. Lordy, that's just unbelievable. So, I'm afraid that unless fast forwarding, rewinding it and wrapping your knuckles on it and all that sort of thing does work eventually, then I'm afraid that that is doomed to failure. Not everything I touch turns to gold. And, yes, one glass of wine here, or 1/2 glass of wine as it started out as, is now well and truly gone.